Hello students, this is Miss McLeod. Thanks for following along today. Today we are starting a new topic about quadrilaterals. So quad here just means four, so it's four-sided shapes. And we are going to remember about parallel lines. So before we get started with the video, try out your two warm-up questions. Spend a minute or two trying those out, and then you can check your work here. So pause the video and try these two problems now. Okay, hopefully you are pressing play again because you've done these two problems. So just a quick review, we label our A's and O's for acute, obtuse, obtuse, acute. And so here if we find an A and an O, those are different, so A plus O equals 180. So that we have that 62 plus 7x minus 8 equals 180. And now we can combine. So 62 minus 8, we have 7x plus 54 equals 180. Subtract. Move up here, we get 7x equals, let's see, 126. And that last step is to divide. And you should get 18. So x equals 18 is the answer there. I'm going to let you guys check this one on your own with each other, and we are going to move on to our problems down here. So if you notice with our parallel lines here, we have a four-sided shape forming in the middle. You slide your paper down. That four-sided shape is called a parallelogram. Try saying parallelogram. It's a very long word, but it has the word parallel in it because the sides are parallel. So opposite sides are parallel. We circle yes there. So we look at our angles here, we'll see that this one is an obtuse and an obtuse, whereas these angles are acute and acute. So opposite angles are congruent, meaning equal, right? So they are congruent. We also are learning that the opposite sides are congruent. And then consecutive angles are supplementary. So that means, do the angles next to each other equal 180? Well, an O plus an A, O plus A, does make 180. O plus A plus O plus A. So the answer here is yes. All right, a few more properties. Diagonals congruent. So is this line equal to this line? Well, since it's kind of leaned over, this line is longer and this line is shorter. So no, they are not equal. Do they bisect each other? This means makes two equal parts. So the diagonals here do bisect each other. These pieces are equal and these pieces are equal. So the answer here is yes. And then the diagonals are not perpendicular. So this is all of the learning that you need to know about parallelograms, and then we just have to use all of these properties in problems to solve. So let's slide our papers down and look below. For each parallelogram, solve for the missing measures. So if I look at this picture here, I see that I have some side measures and I have an angle measure. So first, I'm going to remember that my opposite sides are what? What are they? Opposite sides are equal. So if this is 15 up here, I have to have 15 down here, which means if this side is 8, then over here is also 8. All right, now 68, is that acute or obtuse? Hopefully you said acute. It is a little angle. So is this one acute or obtuse? Yeah, that's right, it is obtuse. So these are not equal. Remember, up here we learned that across from each other are the equal angles. across from each other. So 68 is equal to this angle. So we have 68 right here. Alright, now we need to find these obtuse angles. But I know that these two have to equal how much, guys? 180. They make 180. So 180 minus 68 here. 180 minus 68 gives us 112. So these angles are 112. So now we just have to fill in what it's saying here. So AD, side AD, if I trace A to D, is 8. DC, DC, so D to C is 15. And then angle A, let's see, A is right here, so this angle is 112. Angle B is up here, so 68 degrees. And then angle C is my last one, that is also 112. That's it. So it's kind of like a puzzle where we're given a few pieces and we have to fill in all the rest. So this is just like that one. I want you to try it first, so please pause the video. Try this problem by yourself, so press pause. Okay, hopefully you paused the video so you already tried this and you are just checking your work now. So if you need to check your work, we know that opposite sides are equal and opposite angles are equal. And then we use 180 minus 127 to find that other angle. So that is 53. 53. So KL is 29. JK is 21. Angle K is 53. Angle J is 127. And angle M is 53. So these are our more basic practice problems. Now we are going to flip it over for more practice. For each parallelogram, solve for x. Then find the measures of the angles. So there's 2 steps here that we have to do. I'm going to get you started on the first steps and let you try the rest of it on your own. So if we take a look at this first problem, are these angles or sides? Angles. They are angles. So are these angles, is it going to be like A equals A? Ooh, you can't see that. There you go. Is it going to be like A equals A or A plus O equals 180? Which one is it like? Hopefully you said it is like the first one because these are opposite, so they are equal. So we have 4x minus 4 equals 2x plus 30. So if we solve, let's see, subtract 2x, we move our x's over, and we get 2x minus 4 equals 30. So I just copy that down. Now I need to move all my numbers onto the other side. So I have 2x equals 34. And my last step is to divide. 34 divided by 2 is 17. So we got x, but remember the question said find the measures of the angles. So if 2x plus 30 is an angle, well, I can plug in 17, and I can do the same for 4x minus 4. Oops. Sorry, you can't see that. There we go. So 2x plus 30, we can plug in x right here. So 2 times 17 plus 30, and I can do the same thing for my other angle. If these were equal angles though, should we get the same answers or different answers? we should get the same answers. I hope you said same. Let's see, 4 times 17 minus 4. We do. We get 64 for both of them. So that is our angle measure. Nice job, guys. Alright, I'm going to get you set up on these last few and then the video will be over. So if we look at this picture, does it look the same or a little different with where the angles are? Hopefully you said it is different. This is acute and obtuse, so it's going to be like this one over here. They're not equal, but instead they equal 180. So we need to put these together, so we put 3y plus 17 plus 2y plus 3 equals 180. So I'm going to let you solve this one for y by yourself, so you should solve it all the way until you get y. And then plug in y to find what your two angles are. So plug in whatever you get for y to find those two angles. Alright, 2 more problems. Slide your paper down. For each parallelogram, solve for x. So this parallelogram is showing us these lines here. So these are not angles. They are parts of the diagonal, which we learned the diagonal bisects each other. This is where that word bisects comes in, meaning this piece is equal to this piece. So 12x minus 7 equals 6x plus 5. You practice solving that. Do all the work here. X equals blank. I want you to solve it all the way down for what x equals. I will be checking this next class to see that you did all your work here. Once you get x, that question is all done because it just says solve for x. Alright, last one, everybody. So this parallelogram is showing us these little angle measures right here. So EAD, this is angle EAD. And then this little angle right here, which is BCE. So this one is angle BCE. So when we had a parallelogram, we learned that this angle and this angle are equal. So if the whole angle and this whole angle are equal, when these angles get cut, then this little piece and this little piece are equal. It's just like how we learned parallel lines and how these little pieces on the insides are equal. So 4x plus 10 equals 2x plus 20. And again, just like over here, I want you to show your work. You need to solve it all the way down until you get what x equals. And again, I will be checking this next class when I see you. So now that you have the notes, finish these problems, and then the substitute will be giving you a practice worksheet that you can work on with a partner. So the practice worksheet has 2 different pieces to it. If you look at it, it says partner A and partner B. So you need to find a partner. You do one column, they do the other one, and you should get the same answers. Good job, guys. Thanks for following along. Have a great day.